Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are in America. I am at PRI. I did a terrible job at filming like the journey over here and kind of, you know, leaving Japan and whatnot, but PRI is essentially, it's like SEMA, but it's more condensed and focused on the performance racing industry, right? So you're gonna see all the brands that we work with, plus tons of other brands, and just all the new and greatest technology that's being released in the tuning world, or, you know, high performance race car world is here. It is a super important event to go to if you are about this industry, and I think there's enough of that talking. Let's just get into it, show you what's here, show you some of the new and awesome, like, next level parts that have just been released by these companies that we work with, and new ones as well. Let's just check it out. Hopefully the audio is all good, but these guys are doing some kind of event here, but this is insane. I believe this is a Cummins, maybe, question mark, but look at this freaking intake manifold. It's like billet plates that have been welded together, and then look at the size of this Garrett. Gosh, that thing is huge. Running a Turbo Smart wastegate off that thing. I don't even, like, what is, dude, that's just a transmission sitting there with a blanket on it. There's no trans tunnel. God, that thing goes. This thing is nuts. Drag cars are wild, man. 7 liter. Jeez, very cool. This thing's done, wait, 3.85 at 198 mile an hour. Jeez, that's a 1/8 mile though, not a quarter mile. This thing is wild. Super cool. Wait, are there like 2 starters down there to start that thing? No, 1 starter. I got confused when I saw the external master there. Very cool. Anyways, there you go, learning things about drag cars. I need to get into drag racing, that's all I know. You guys know we had to stop by the PRP and Artec booth. The homies from Australia. This is the kit that I'm really excited about, the new Artec twin turbo kit for a 2J. This thing looks spicy, all custom downpipes and everything, all made from scratch. Look at the clearance there. The downpipe for this turbo goes straight down there. You got allocation there on both of these for wideband sensors, but the special rear housings with the perfect size for this too. It's really cool to see twins coming back in and like a new responsive kind of setup that makes over 1,000 on this that actually will fit in your engine bay. Very cool. It's a full kit. I know it's pricey, but for everything that you're getting package wise, it makes a lot of sense. So Artec designed everything from the compressor housing and the rear, and then this is the Garrett cores. So it's a G series core that's bolted onto pretty much everything else is Artec, including the intake piping, titanium kit and everything. Very, very cool. And it goes to a dual pipe from both sides, goes into one for a wastegate here. So very, very unique and sick, and I cannot wait to see this in some cars. I would love to put this in my Supra. I don't know if it's practical though, because obviously I'm not aiming for 1,000 horsepower on that, and I don't want to have to do a full build, but still, it's super cool, and hopefully one day I get to experience what this kit's like. Otherwise though, they're doing a ton of other really cool stuff with Honda stuff. You can see here the full downpipe, incredible. It's a game changer for Honda boys. Evo stuff, we've already checked out that before. This downpipe is massive, super cool. I bet you there's no boost creep issues with that manifold and downpipe setup. Big Garrett G Series on that too. We got some exciting news as well with the new Garrett G Series 2. It's like a Gen 2 variant of them, 20% better everywhere. PRP stuff's always good. Nice Plasma Man intake manifold on that. PRP's electric water pump. Some cool stuff, some more Artec stuff, the intake carbon, and their diffs. These big boy diffs that go into, essentially you can bolt them into a Supra, and then you can also bolt them into any kind of car that runs an R200 with that same subframe. Anyways, we need to go and have a look at the Garrett booth, the Link booth, and a ton of other stuff has just been released. That is a game changer for the industry. So let's go do that, but let's also just see what else we find on the way. You know, oh look, there's a butterfly, that kind of distraction, you know what I'm saying? The amount of engineering equipment here is next level, like CNC cut, like machinery. There's all the stuff for, you know, building engines, honing engines. Like, look at this stuff. This is an engine dyno here with, I think, another Cummins just like bolted up to it, chilling. Absolute full billet, maybe? I don't know actually what motor this is, but that's my hand. Insane. I don't even know what people would do with this engine. Full billet, and it's hooked up to an engine dyno. Very cool. There's just so much stuff here. The industry, like everything that you could think of is here. It is incredible. Look at this full CNC machine that's being used for some kind of machinery with a block that they're pulling out right now. There's iron blocks, billet blocks. How funny is that? They probably like brought the machine here to like put on display, but they still have a bunch of, you know, work to get through and get done. Hot tank stuff, look at this. Ultrasonic cleaner hot tanks. Look at this huge hot tank, damn. Dude, Daiki could take a bath in that, that's so big. The polishers, look at these automatic polishers. You just drop stuff in there and you pick it out in a day or so and it'll be completely polished. Very cool. Anyways, we get distracted. Oh my God, look at this hot tank cleaner. I want one of these so bad, but I don't have room. You know, the more and more I look at all this machinery that I want, oh my God, this would be a game changer for me with building heads. The more and more I look at this stuff, the more and more I realize my shop is too small for what I want to use it for. It's all good, we'll manage, we'll be fine. But you know what I mean? Like, kind of want all of this stuff. Look at this freaking crank. Oh my gosh. Dude, I don't even want to know what the price tag is on something like this. Gosh, so cool. I guess you'd use this for like balancing cranks. Wow. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what any of that stuff is. Still though, as you can see, look at this. Head shavers, clearancing and shaving heads down so they're perfectly flat. You get the gist of it. There's a lot of stuff here. Let's head over to these booths that I said before.
A few moments later.
I saw another pretty butterfly, and this time it was workshop equipment, more workshop equipment. So cutters, bench grinders, bandsaws. I would kill for one of these. So awesome. Wait, ask for a cash deal, $1,500 for that? Shut up, no way. That can't be that cheap. That would be sick, but I mean, look, this place is a candy store for grown-ass men. There's no other way to describe this. Look at these drill presses. Damn, so cool. Oh, and then the vices with the brass inserts. Game changer. So we are at the Garrett booth, and they have a very exciting new announcement. Look at this sign, G Series 2. And if you remember the GTX series, we called them all Gen 2. But this is G Series 2 now. And when you thought that the G Series was good and couldn't get any better, well, Garrett comes down and goes, you know what, we're gonna make it 20% better everywhere. So all the same series, like G Series turbos, are now 20% better in everything. You can have a look here, like here's a comparison. And by the way, it's not a G25 550 anymore, it's a G25 585. And then it's not a G25 660 anymore, it's a G25 730. Everything is just up 20%, which is wild because these turbos were already the best turbo for an SR, but now they're even better, and I cannot wait to get my hands on one and see what it's like on an SR. And then obviously, like with the rest of the series too, every other turbo size has gotten better as well with that extra 20%. For example, if we look at this list here, and what's funny is this has been changing, like kind of all the information has been coming through and changes have been happening while the show's been happening. But that aside, as you can see, like the G30 660 is now a 730, and then it goes to an 850. And then there's a G30 990 now, and then the G35 series pretty much is a 990 and now at 1150. The G40 that I run on my comp car is a G40 1150, but that's now a 1270. So it's just going up 20% everywhere. So these are going to be on the market, I believe, from January, like Q1 next year. And what's the best thing about them is that you don't have to buy a whole new turbo if you want to upgrade. If you already have a G Series, all you have to buy is just the CHRA, the core here. You buy that, you use the same front housing and the same rear housing, and you've got a free up, like a super affordable upgrade. It's awesome. You don't have to modify your front housing or rear housing whatsoever. You just buy a CHRA core and switch it out. The only thing that's changed is aero on the fins and stuff. So the housings are all the same, which is the brilliant thing about it. So if you already have a G Series and you want 20% better, all you gotta do is upgrade that core and you're good. good. Super easy. You guys know we've been working with Garrett for a long time now. The best turbos on the market. Also, their wastegates are killer. They've got a new 60mm gate now. Not that we need it with the Artec manifolds we use, but it's still good to have a big boy 60mm gate if you're doing some big stuff. We're gonna walk over to the link booth in a bit, but I got distracted with this transmission, mainly because, I mean, it looks like a straight cut gear sequential transmission that's got a diff built into it, which is insane. Oh, it's 2-way LSD too. Very cool. God, I would kill for something like that at the shop. Look at the TV and everything built into it. Killer. There's so much drag racing stuff here. Blistine with a freaking hanging race car. That's a flex. Dude, look at the rigging to hold that up. That's awesome. All right, so we got Vibrant here. We'll look at their stuff in a little. Let's go straight to Link because I want to show you they've just launched some new ECUs which are game changers. So I'm pretty sure you guys already know about the Voodoo Pro that got released, but they've now got the Neo 4 and the Neo 6. The Neo 6 essentially is kind of like the new Fury, but it's built off the new G5 architecture. And then the Neo 4, like this is pretty much for a 4-cylinder, and this is for a 6-cylinder, and then this is the new DI driver, so this is for like direct injection injectors and stuff. Very, very cool tech. But yeah, so the new G5 ECUs are starting to roll out, and you've got like Wi-Fi on them and everything, so you can literally like tune the car, access it and everything. The moment it's in your shop or at your home and connected to your wireless network, you open the Link software and it'll automatically connect. Also, the casing is now like an aluminum, it's not plastic, and there's a bunch of really cool changes. And the plugs, also the same plugs. I believe on the Voodoo Pro, I'm not sure if it's the same on these ones, but pretty much everything is the same except for like one grounding wire or something like that has to be changed. But I mean, obviously, if you get this, check on oh, here's the Voodoo Pro. You can just check in the user manual which one it is, but super cool. Love their products. We use all of it in the comp car and everything, and we've had nothing but really, really good results with these things. So you guys know we've been Link boys from the start. I've never really used anything else. And another cool product they've just launched is, so with the ECU package, you can now, if you've got an LS, order this like plug and play harness that comes with it, and that's sold on their website. So you can literally just get this, a Link, and plug in your entire LS engine, give it some power and ground, and it'll start and run. And look at this, comes with like the little fuse box and everything here. Ooh, little relay fuse box. Wait, can I even get this off? There it is. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice little tidy thing. I love that. It's super cool to see like a lot more of these kind of solutions coming out that just make things simple and easy. We've got this really cool Evo on display. This thing's wild. Awesome. And they've got some kind of cool sand dune kind of truck. It's F-150. Love this. Rear mount radiator. What is this? Why is this like an overflow? Huh. Wait, do they pressurize the overflow to like help? I'm confused what that's used for. Regardless, they're so cool. Fuel cell in the back. Twin turbo in the front. Pretty sure that's an LS, it looks like it. Big Plasma Man. Yo, shout out to my Aussie boys. Plasma Man intake. No, that's not an LS. That's like some like, what? Is that a Coyote engine? Okay, everyone in this is gonna destroy me in the comments, but yeah, that's a dual overhead cam setup. Dang, that's sick. Dude, this thing is wild. Dude, is it just me or do the Fox body Mustangs remind me of VL Commodores? Is it just me, guys? I swear. But this thing is nuts. Big twin. Dude, that is wild. I have no idea what turbos they are, but that looks insane, the aero on that. Very nice engine bay. That thing's too dirty to drive. Sorry, too clean to drive. I don't want to get it dirty. My brain, you know what I meant, guys. This thing, oh, this is Kelford. This is the world's fastest Mark V Super right now, I believe, too. This thing's wild. New technology here is pretty awesome. They got to change the manifolds on these because they're made of plastic, and once you start making a certain amount of boost pressure, they like explode. So I think all the Mark V Supers I've seen here have this exact same water-to-air intercooler, integrated manifold. Super cool. I just realized I haven't seen a single Mark IV Supra here. It feels wrong. We need to fix that. Guys, I cannot stress to you just how insane some of the like drag blower setups that I've seen here. That is huge. Damn, they bagged them. I guess if these things exploded, that's like death. Sheesh. And then there's things like this here too. Just like, what is even, like, that is a huge supercharger. Gosh, that thing is massive. Look at that thing. I don't even, like, I have no idea how that even turns that. So cool. Obviously it's set up for display and stuff like that, but that thing is huge. Crazy. Okay, this is pretty cool. At this Permatex booth, they have a K-swapped Mini. This is wild. Damn. It fits in there pretty good. NA. Exhaust comes out the side down there with the motorbike exhaust on it. Oh, I love that. Full race car. Dang, this is actually really cool. I dig this. I'd rip this. I'd do some time attack stuff in this. I bet you it flies. Next booth we definitely have to check out is Tuerck. This is my friend Krista. Hi Krista.
Hello.
Do you want to show us your new 810 pump?
Yes. See you later. 810 liters per hour.
That is insane.
The tiniest of formats.
Oh my gosh. Wait, hang on. So, what?
So this is a DW400. This is our flagship pump.
Yeah, so that's the big boy 400.
That's the big boy 400. This is an A10.
That's so wild to think about.
Insane.
And that's just because of brushless technology, right?
Brushless technology. So what's great about brushless is there's no wear parts, which means you can run just about anything through this pump. You can run ethanol safely. There'll be no damage. Ethanol is such a corrosive
Oh, for sure,
material.
yeah.
You're not going to have any problems here. Also, you can run methanol with this pump.
Really?
Yes. In fact, we took the 440 brushless when it came out in 2019 to SEMA and ran it in water for a week. Had zero issues.
Wow.
We're looking at this pump to do amazing things. We've got applications where they're going to use very, very high PSI, like 3 to 5,000.
Okay.
And then combine water and methanol, and this pump is what we can recommend.
That's
for things
super
like
cool.
That. So really, really, really reliable. You do always need to run a controller with it because it needs a brain. Brushless pumps have to have the motor be told which diode to fire in order to spin it.
Kind of like an RC car, right? With the brushless motors?
That's exactly where all of this technology came from, was the RC car.
That's super cool.
Yes.
Man, I'm hyped. And I love that it's got a fitting right on here.
Yes,
so you know,
with 3 different fittings so that you have exactly what you need.
Okay.
So you can kind of customize it to what you're putting it in.
It's so crazy to me that this, like, and it's pretty much the same size as this. Man, that's so wild how much pump technology has changed.
It's crazy. Technology always shrinks and increases flow. So it's amazing to watch what things do.
That's cool, because like I was thinking about potentially going to a mechanical fuel pump for, let's say, like a big high horsepower RB project I want to do. I could actually just get away with using that.
Exactly. So on pump gas, you can support about 1,300 horsepower.
Jeez.
So,
and that's just one of them.
That's just one.
So you could go 2.
You could go 2 easily.
Oh my gosh.
You'll want to upgrade your fuel pump hardware with a fuel pump hardware kit. Just because you don't ever want to run the factory wiring with an upgraded pump. You're going to add heat to the wire.
Is obviously, like, is this like a pretty drastic increase in, like, you know, amperage draw and stuff like that?
So it will top out about 26.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, it's
that's
not
like the same as like an E-fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you definitely, I highly recommend doing that. But that's the only really adjustment that you need to make when you're upgrading.
And that's so cool. You guys know we've been working with Tuerck for a long time, and not only do they obviously have fuel pumps, fuel filters, injectors, they have a ton of, like, you know, surge tanks and fittings and all that type of stuff. You guys are my favorite.
We love you too.
Let's go. One thing about PRI though is it can be dangerous. I recommend leaving the credit card at home because I never thought I needed a pipe bender, but now I think I need a pipe bender. And I wonder how much one of these sets. Oh, somehow this is falling on the ground, but dude, it's not that bad. $2,100? Wait, please tell me that's the full thing. Yeah, auto bend option. Yeah, okay. That's actually not that bad. 2,100 is not bad. Dang. now we can build cages at the shop, guys. Huh. We don't obviously need a 181. We need to be able to do a lot of other ones. So I'm sure it's more money than that, but dude, there's so... Dude, look, my voice is cracking. I'm so excited. Dude, so many cool things here that I would love to have. Gosh, it'd be a game changer to have all these like die kits and stuff like that. Man, I just want to get more and more into fabricating. The more I do with my hands, and whether it's welding, fabricating, everything, that I'm enjoying it so much. And dude, Setrab is here? That's awesome. I use those coolers on my comp car. This is something I've been wanting to look at forever. It's so good to see it in person with the hood popped and the trunk. Obviously, engines in the rear of this thing. I'm sure you guys know about this. It's all over the internet, but this is Matt Field's new C8 that he's been building. And this thing is wild. Look at this freaking header. 8-to-1. It is. Beautiful baller exhaust, actually. It's super cool. But the transmission is like, it's like a transaxle, like the diffs and everything's built into it, and then it's in the rear. It's super cool. Stuff that I'm not familiar with, but obviously very, very cool. Full sequential, big Texas speed engine, I believe, in the back there. The air filter and all of like the carbon trunk hatch here and how the air feeds into that. It's gonna be really cool to see. I don't know if Matt's gonna be using this like in Formula Drift, but it's pretty much an FD legal car, I believe, maybe. Let me know in the comments if you guys know more about it than I do, but it can slay. It's super cool. Radiator and everything's in the front. It's so weird because like normally you do a rear mount radiator, but everything's flipped. But like the fuel cell's like in the trans tunnel, essentially. It's so cool. But yeah, you fill up the car from here, and that goes into where the tank is. The PWR radiator and everything's there with the E-fans that are pulling air and stuff through. Electric power steering, nitrous. It doesn't get much better than that. It's kind of interesting. Everything's kind of crammed in here, I guess, to try and help with the weight balance. It's just, oh man, I can't wait to see how this thing drives. I'm so curious about it. I'll catch up with Matt at some point. I think he's already flown out, but it'll be really cool to see this thing shredding and get his opinion on it and what he loves about it later on. And this is something I've been really excited to look at in person. This is a fully built 3.4 2J, and the block is a little different because it's a dart block. And these have only recently come on the market sometime, I think, in the last 12 months, and it's really cool to start to see them in the wild like this. It would be cool to get some of these blocks in Japan and use them on the FD car and just see if we can break them. I don't think we can, but it's cool that this is rear sump too, which is a lot of people moving to rear sump with front rack setups now in air chassis. This exhaust manifold is pretty wild looking. Big Garrett there as well. Looks like a G42 maybe. Very cool. That could actually be a 45, but regardless, very cool setup. Good to see it. And it's got a plasma man on there as well. Very similar to my setup. I love it. This is what I've been dying to see. So Ryan Tuerck's been working on this thing. And what's awesome is obviously old chassis Celica, but he's got the new 3-cylinder motor in here that, you know, you would find in the GR, I believe the Yaris, and maybe the Corolla has this motor, I'm not sure, but obviously very cool. Turbo, all-wheel drive transmission setup. Dude, it's so cool. I can't wait to see what he does with this. I know this motor is pretty special too. I think he got a bunch of help from the guys in Australia that have been pushing these things. But such a tiny engine, and these guys, like, they've already been pushing like 800 horsepower out of these engines in Australia, which is mind-blowing to think about. But obviously direct fuel injection in these. Dude, that exhaust manifold is gonna be wild. Very cool. Interior looks like a good time. Electric power steering pump too, damn, look at that. Dude, I geek out of this stuff. Tilton pedal box, all the good stuff, man. Dude, that looks so good. I can't wait till we can do sick builds like this, guys. Damn, the GT4 riser. So cool. I love that people are getting into, like, you know, modernizing these older chassis like this, and dude, it's so cool. Dude, so much work has gone into that. That thing looks insane. It's cool to see it in person. I can't wait to see when it's finished. Ryan's up the back there too, probably in meetings of some sort, but anyways, it's just cool to see this in person. It's such a tiny engine. It's such a big bay. Damn. It's so different to like the 3SGE turbo setups. Very cool. I'm not American, but I feel American being in the presence of this. This is insane. What are we talking about? This is like some kind of tractor drag racing thing? I don't even know, man, but this is stupid. 3 of the biggest turbos I've ever seen in my life. Up to a full billet. Wait, is this like a billet Cummins or something? I don't know. Anything big that looks like a straight 6-cylinder, I'm just instantly like, oh, that's a Cummins. But this thing is insane. I don't even know what's going on in the front here. It looks like there's a whole flywheel or something hooked up to the front. It's crazy cool. I don't know about you, but I would feel badass running this. Dude, the tires must weigh a ton each. Like, this looks like they're custom shaved and cut too. Dude, I think my accent just started getting more American the closer I'm getting to this thing. Hi, how you doing? Comment section. How you doing, YouTube? Dude, this thing's sick. Very cool. Next to that tractor is this CRX twin turbo V6. That is crazy cool. Little baby Garrett's in there too. Love to see it. Wait, hang on. Are these machined into the housing? Stop it. How? What? That's cool. Damn. What motor is this?
That is a J-Series.
A J-Series Honda then? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So it's a Honda engine in a Honda. Dang. Dude, the mil-spec wiring and the terminations on the firewall. This thing is fire. Titanium everywhere. Oh, it's tight. Look at that.
It's pretty cool.
Man, this thing is wild. Got me some nice pairs of TIG gloves. I'm so excited. I've been needing a proper pair of TIG gloves forever. I know you guys have been saying it in the comment section every time you watch me welding, using the wrong gloves and stuff, but we sorted now. I'm very stoked. Dude, I've been loving getting into welding. This place is like, it's funny because this is my 2nd year, and last year I came here, I didn't even really know how to weld at all. And now I come here and I see stuff and I'm like, dude, I need that and I want that. This place really is a candy store for grown men. Definitely leave your credit card at home, boys. Or don't. And just like that, the lights are getting turned off and PRI is closing for the day. We're outside walking back to the hotel, and like I said, this is my 2nd year going to PRI, and this year I think has been the most beneficial for me, not just with, you know, connecting and everything business-wise with all the brands and partners we work with, but just being able to see all the new technology that's coming out and make sure that we're going to be getting our hands on it to do some cool stuff build-wise. Also, I'm loving how nice and cold this is. Don't get me wrong, it's cold. Jeez, calm down, mate. This morning it was -6 degrees Celsius, and then the first day it was -10 degrees Celsius. It's pretty freaking cold. Not gonna lie, my Australian body is not meant to thrive in cold weather like that. But yeah, nonetheless, it's still been an amazing trip. We're obviously going to be doing PRI yearly, and I'd like to hear from you guys in the comment section. Let me know, what kind of stuff do you want to see next year? What kind of stuff do you want me to focus on? I think I'm only going to do like one video. This year I skipped doing a video at SAMMIT because I was just so busy, but I really wanted to put out a video at PRI because of all the new stuff that's coming out, and yeah, it's just a really cool event, and I think you guys should definitely try to go on the public day on the Saturday. It's definitely a really cool event here in Indy, and I think it's worth the trip. Definitely worth the trip. I come all the way from Japan for it, but what I'm really excited about is the content that's coming after this. We're going to be going to Connecticut. We're going to be spending a couple of weeks with Rudnick. It's going to be great. Hey, check it out. This restaurant's called Dick's Last Resort. That's a crack up. Anyways, thanks for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Let me know in the comments once again what you want to see. There's Roddy and Sam content coming back. I hope you're ready. I definitely aren't. Apparently he's bought a surprise car, and I'm not allowed to know what it is until we go look at it. So if I know Rudnick, it's gonna be something crazy. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.